Hello, everyone. This is your host, Luca, here, and this is Alternative Reality. And I usually get the question, I'm always asked what I eat and how I eat. So, being from a Mediterranean country, from Italy, ancestrally, like my ancestors and everything, a lot of my food that we eat is from the land. And if we do eat meats, where I'm from, we eat lots of poultry and fish. So I'm not too big of a fan of pork or beef due to my medical condition, but it's getting better. And the more I avoid those two uh, animals, the better my condition has become over the few months that I've been diagnosed. Um, Throughout the day, I'll have lots of fruits, depending on the season. Again, I mean, because I'm in a country that has seasons, 4 seasons, you need to be aware that having too much fruit in the wintertime is more harmful than good. Yes, fruit is good for you, but although there is an abundance of nutrients and minerals in certain fruits, vitamin C, whatever, it's not good to dilute yourself with all that fruit because of the fact that it's already cold weather and fruits don't grow in our country in the winter seasons. So throughout the day, I will wake up. I'll have some nice warm water, and then after I drink this water, I tend to have a tea after, maybe another 30 minutes later. And while I'm on the run, I'll have a little fruit, banana, or a apple, something nice and small that'll keep my stomach going. And then I fast for one meal. I take out lunch. I'm not a big fan of lunch. And the reason why I take out one meal and I fast throughout the day is because of the fact that our body is not always going to be able to run correctly over the years as we age. So if we tend to eat 3 to 5 meals a day, because I know a lot of people do, our organs are never getting break. They're never resting. So my theory is that when I take away a meal, or even if I eat one meal, depending on my day, depending on how I'm feeling, I will help my body to recover and rest and become stronger. Because if you're always, think about it, if you sleep only 2 hours a night, you're going to be a zombie the rest of the week or the rest of the day. Your organs need the same thing. If you're going to be eating steady and your body's going to have to break down that nutrients, absorb that nutrients, and rid of waste, your body's going to be very tired. And over time, that's how you get diseases. That's how you get all these different things that people have. And all people complain about their digestive system. And it's all due to how you eat and what you eat. For me, I mean, I won't eat any lunch. I'll fast, and I will make it a spiritual fast. I fast for God. And then after I fast, I will break my fast with a little piece of fruit or dates, depending on whatever I have at the time. And then once I eat, I'll have a meal that's the foundation of the meal is beans and vegetables, and we're talking colorful ones. That's why, I mean, when you come from a Mediterranean ancestors, a lot of our food in the Mediterranean is from the earth. It's colorful, it's rich, and it's healthy. The Mediterranean foods are some of the healthiest foods in the world due to the fact that we eat such colorful foods and we incorporate a lot of olive oil, raw olive oil. I wouldn't suggest cooking olive oil either. Hence, that's why I put it over my salads or my beans or raw, fresh soups. And then I'll have a little piece of poultry or fish, depending on what the circumstance is. Usually, day to day, I don't have poultry every single day or fish every single day. On a weekly basis, I would say 2 times a week I'd have poultry or fish. So every day the foundation of my meal is usually a nice solid hearty garbanzo beans or the black beans. And I don't like all beans because beans are soy and they're created by man. You know, they're not necessarily 100% from the earth. And because they're soy, it harms the male reproductive system. Because the more estrogen you put into your body as a male, the more you become, your testosterone decreases, you start to lose muscle mass, and that is not healthy for males. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily healthy for women either, a high excess of estrogen, because it is it's a dominant female hormone, not for men. We have smaller quantities, but not at high amounts. So after I have a nice, I usually have one plate of this meal. And then after that, I do not eat the rest of the day until the next day. Lots of water, but I mean, I don't know where people came up with this idea that we need to drink 3.7 liters of water a day. That is a bunch of foolishness, because a human could survive on much, much less water. And I'm not saying we have to do the bare minimum, but I would say just to drink water whenever you're thirsty. I mean, I don't drink water all day and then pissing myself in the washroom every 5 seconds, you know? I'll just have a nice little container of water. I let it sit out a bit. Warm water. I drink lots of warm water. And whenever I'm thirsty, I drink that. Or have a little tea in the morning or nighttime, depending on how I feel. You don't have to do what other people tell you to do in order to be healthy. You know, healthy is what is, it's incorporating good foods and water, of course, but it's also being active. You know, you're not just sitting down. You could eat as much healthy food as you want. That's, I'd say, 70% of the work, but the other percentage, the other 30% is your activity. You know, you can't just sit down. Walk, go for a run, go enjoy nature. That's what life's all about in the end of the day. It's not about this money, this wealth, and this garbage that everybody tends to leech towards, you know, because one day when we die, and when you do die, it's guaranteed, and you're gonna see that none of this stuff matters. All that matters is the present, your family, your close ones, your friends, God, your life, the real matter, the real riches of life. We're talking those things: fresh air outside, beautiful sun, snow, palm trees, the beach, all these things. But the most important thing, the most beautiful thing about yourself is yourself. And that's the most, your inner body. When you sit down and you just think and ponder, that is the most beautiful state that no other place could recreate. You know, our minds can be used towards good or bad depending on how we are. I mean, the mind is very, very, very strong and capable of beauty or destruction to yourself. You could sit by yourself in a room and just think all day, and depending on how you're thinking, it could make or break your day. So that is my beliefs, and I mean, that's how I eat, and that's what I think about the true riches of life and how we could utilize them to be better and to create a better world for our brothers and sisters around us, and also to be happy. We see somebody in the streets, greet them with a smile, help somebody, try to be charitable every day if you can. I'm not saying it's possible, but it's not impossible either. So do your best, everybody. I'm not saying, there's no standards of what's good and bad, because if you put a standard to what's good, then you're bad yourself. Have a great day, and I wish all the positive energy to everybody. Thank you so much.